Hi, welcome back. Today I'll be showing you how to create massive drums with very low reverb, EQ, etc. So we're going to bring the drums from this to this. So I'll try to go straight to the point with what I've done here. So basically, first things I do is to set my parallel compression for my drum kit. Basically, I send everything related to the drums, something in less level than other things, maybe overheads and hi-hat a little bit less, and same for the room mics, because I don't want to squash and make too noisy the overheads and drum sounds. So here, what I'll do is go here and basically NIF 33609, and I am compressing around 8 to 10, as you can see. And after that, I am using an EQ around 4.5 and adding around 7.9 dBs. This is parallel. And after that, I would start making my adjustments and see how much of this I want. After I said that, I start mixing into that. Okay. So why? Because I start doing or giving the shine I like on the drums, because the more things I'll be doing to shine on a mix is vocals and drums. Everything else will be a little bit below, talking about top end, and that's it. So I started basically the way I mix this thing is all in context, basically all together. If I do this, I would start with the kick drum, but I'll solo it so you can see what I've done here quickly, okay? I give a little bit of shine. I give a little bit of low mids to the knock, and I remove a little bit of low mids, and as well I give a little bit of oomph or sub to the main kit. After that, I start to use my samples to reinforce this. This is key, because the things that I'll be using reverbs is on samples, not on direct sounds. I learned and took this from CLA, and it works pretty awesome 90% of the time, but it's all apples and bananas. And if you like on dry sounds to put reverbs, well, you can try that, but the way that I'm showing you here is this one, so maybe it works for you. I have the Steven Slate trigger, but in this occasion I am using UV or UVI. Why? Because it has a feature that saved me some time when I am mixing my drums, and is this little ear here. So I use my regular samples, and it will tone them. It's going to put them in tune with my original sample, okay? And I love that. So my layers of samples would sound like this, and this is going to the reverbs, but I'm going to mute the reverbs. And as I told you, it tunes that it looks like it's the same style of kick drum, but I'm sending this to the reverbs and might sound like this. It gives a little bit of more dimension. Besides that, I am not doing anything in this occasion more than a little bit of compression with fast attack just to take the transient, because I want this to be something more even, and I want to keep the transient or movement on my main kick drum. Okay, so after that I select my other layers of kick, and this would be more like room. And that's my first layer. After that I go and mix the snare drum. This is before, this is after. I'm using fast attack just to take out the transient that I am giving with this boost of high end and as well mid range, and a little bit of 125, that is a little bit of the body. And so with one channel strip I made all the job, and because I know that I'm not going to get what I want from this snare only, there are original samples that are with the mix, like this one, which I did anything because it just sounds good. And then this one, which I didn't anything. And because if it sounds good, don't look around, because you might ruin the sound. Okay, if the original sound is sounding like with what you feel that you need, what you hear, and if it's what you need, it's just okay. After that, my sample is tuned, and this I am sending them the more or the bigger amount of reverb. In their original sample just sent a bit less, like -6, and here is doing the job. So with the samples and without the samples will sound like this. These are my samples, and these two, this is without the samples, and this is with the samples. So the ambience is only on my samples. After that, well, just mix the whole toms, which has a lot of boominess in this area, because I mix two ways. One with ARC for my monitors, and Slate BSX. So when I want to see what happened or what's going on with my low end, I come here to see how it sounds in the club, and in the club just is muddying everything. So I had to compress and a bit in the high end, because here I only make a little boost that you can see here. You can see the settings, you can stop the video if you want to get them, and that's it. And the toms are sounding like this. Okay, and without this, a bit of reverb to them. And by the way, the reverbs I am using are free, so you can go Google them. And this is this one? Yeah, a Room A from Bricasti M7 impulse responses from Simplicity. You can download that, they are free. And here, this is a Sony 2000 class short reverb that you can download for free as well. I believe I found this on your space, so you can download from there the impulse response. So those are the reverbs I'm using. I have long reverbs, but in this case, only a small amount was good. Now, on the room mics. Here is the room without anything. They sound pretty good. What I did here, just clean a bit of this mid-range area to give more space to the guitars. Everything else was good for me, and after that I compressed a bit of this with this compressor from T-Rex, and I applied the same for the mono room. Same settings because they are partners, so same room, but only one is mono and one is a stereo. And that was for that. Now for the overheads, what I've done here. Clean a bit of this area, mid-range area, around 3 dBs, and give a little bit of shine in the top end. And that was all. And this is going to the crusher, but as I said, it's not 100% because I don't want these cymbals to okay? And what else? The reverse crash that I really didn't do anything. Maybe nothing more than clean this. On the hi-hats, I do a cleanup. In this area. I just remove that nasty frequency for me, give a little bit of top end, and clean a little bit of flows. That was everything about it. Second hi-hat, didn't do anything. And on the tambourine and shaker, to be honest, they sound good, and I don't want them to be like competing with the hi-hat high-end, so I did not add anything on the top end here. So let's see how this sounds in context with the rest of the mix, and let's go. I'll put it without it. Another thing that maybe I forgot is to show the mix bus, that it helps a little bit the drums. So I got this evener, I could say. This is taming a little bit of the low end, low mids, then and this is a little bit of mid range and top end. This is like, instead of having a stereo compressor ducking everything because of the low end that I do after this, this is taming a bit, like making more even, okay, before to go my compressor. In this case, I'm using external compression with my Antelope. That is, I took a picture so you can see the settings I am doing, and I am compressing around 4 dBs and just a little bit of mid-range or top end with the Pultec broadband, one click on the boost. Nothing more, nothing less. And at the end, what I'm using, Acoustic Audio Ash Ultra, that is with this gray 8X, that is something about 10K or 8 or 10K that is emulating. This is just gold, okay? This sounds amazing. I assure you guys, you should try this one. So this is without any mixing and without my samples. I'm gonna mute them, just raw. By the way, I already mixed the rest of all that stuff. So let's go. And now let's turn this party. Okay. And it would sound like this. And that's it, guys. You got massive drum sound with a little bit of parallel compression, a couple of free reverbs, impulse responses. You can use your own taste. You can combine any room with plate or room with samber, etc. In this case, it's 1 second both, in case you didn't see it. With just a channel strip. Obviously, this is a good recording that makes me do just a little, because the idea is we get 3 points from what we receive. It's not to reinvent it. If they send something that is final for them, just try to respect it and enhance it just a bit. Well, that was all for today. Hope you enjoyed this and have a good day. Remember to subscribe and thumbs up. Bye bye. See you later. Peace.